in some very, very, very strange times, very strange energies. We're going to get into it from an angelic perspective. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Michelle. This is Angel Souls. Welcome. I do want to let you guys know really quickly before I get into the message that I am offering a discount on live and standard readings. I don't usually offer a discount on live readings, but it's going to be 25% off. If you want the live angelic message, email me at angelsouls444@gmail.com and we'll get that all set up. Just let me know what country you're in, because it does get a little weird with like payment methods and stuff like that. So just let me know. And if you want to get the standard reading, I am also offering 25% off of those if you use code AngelSoulsFamily25 at my website, angelsouls444.com. Oh, yes. And if you want some courses, some meditations, just visit my page over at gumroad.com/angelsouls. Now, this has been a very eventful time. This is a time of confusion for a lot of people. You might feel extra sensitive to the energies that people are exuding, and it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows per se. But we're going to get some angelic messaging here by using this deck that I have, this crystal deck. Let's see. Yeah, it's very dense energy. So we have pyrite, let the money flow in. So part of this would be, I don't know, because money isn't just about money. Right? Money is an energy exchange, right? When you exchange money for something. Money does represent, usually for a lot of people, a sense of worth, a sense of accomplishment, having made it in life, all of that kind of stuff. But pyrite is fool's gold. So yes, let the money in, but don't let the money define you. So I think part of the message is starting out here that certain things that are going down here are energetically motivated. So that spiritual warfare theme that we talk about, but also, this puts me in the mindset of like controlling people, making sure they feel low by making it hard for them to have a roof over their heads. I've talked about this before. Making it more difficult to support a family. Making it more difficult to support yourself. I'm not going to leave out us single people here, okay? Just because you're by yourself doesn't mean things are easier. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get more on that. Angel or quartz, lighten up. Okay, see the heaviness around this, the fear. There's also a lot of misunderstandings going on, and a lot of people just shoving their perspective out there as if it is fact. This is how I feel, therefore it is. Okay, now here's the angelic intervention. Angels coming in to help us crack through, have breakthroughs, crack away that it's almost like there's a shell, right? Like a shell that's been put around us. And there's like, they're bringing through this enlightenment feeling so that we could see through some of these control mechanisms. But the angel or quartz, this is really effective because it does shatter. It brings in such a piercing light that if someone has been manipulating you, the illusion shatters. You see them for what they are. Okay. All right. Getting clarity. Amethyst. Here we go. Intuition. What does this card actually say? Oh, trust your intuition. Look at that. I knew what amethyst is about. All right. So, this is also a very, very healing crystal. And weirdly, amethyst is associated with Archangel Raphael. We often think of Archangel Raphael as, being green, but the amethyst is for this too. So listening to your intuition, not falling into certain games. One of the examples that I'm thinking of, there are some social media people who get out there and they look like they're just the nicest people. Now, if you're sensitive, okay, if you have the gift of intuition, of insight, you'll sense something is off. Okay. Everybody else is going to tell you, no, you're being too judgmental. You're being too critical. You're being too this. You're being too that. But you just know there's something not so great. And then you start seeing the subtle comments. You start seeing the subtle treatment that the certain person that you just had an off feeling about is doing towards other people. And yet the others are still making excuses for them. Well, don't allow yourself anymore. The amethyst, I think, it says follow your intuition. So that with the angel aura quartz is just, you're in a different realm. You're in a different realm. And if people can't accept that, I don't think you really are caring too much anymore. It's sort of like get on my level or get out, okay? One way that we see this playing out is people want to gossip about you. They are so bothered by your existence, they cannot stop talking about you. And then, if you, in the slightest way, shape, or form, got a little affected by that and you try to talk about it, now you're gossiping, okay? Flipping the script, trying to manipulate the narrative. So these are all the things that may have been sort of starting, right? And now the angels are trying to help you come through that before it takes too much of a chunk out of your energy field. Rainbow obsidian, heal your heart. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just so much heaviness and so much fear. And I'm not going to say those in like generic ways. I'm talking like there have been actual events that have been going down and people just not responding well to the stimuli around them, right? Like the slightest thing sets them off. Or I just had a conversation with somebody today about distrust, and how we should be able to get along with each other and not feel like we're constantly in a battle. Now, if you notice, we've got 2 with purple on here. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a big fan of the violet flame meditation. And if you choose to do that, that's a great exercise to help you clear away and transmute some lower frequencies into higher frequencies. Archangel Zadkiel can help with that. Zadkiel, Zadkiel. This is also Saint Germain energy. So you can do a violet flame meditation. This is going to help clear away the junk so that you can have a more tuned up intuition. And it also opens the flow for manifestation. Okay, so we have Garnet, Ignite Your Passion. I don't know, that just kind of stopped me in my tracks because this also felt like it was about manifestation. And it says follow your passion, but I think I'm also getting the message here of cut and run. Cut and run. It's like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Now, this isn't spiritual sidestepping per se. I want to feel this out. This isn't about surface level stuff. Not at all. Garnet, in the context here, with all these other cards, it has this feeling of very Archangel Ariel, but very, I'm tired of being told what I should want. I'm going to go off and do or have whatever I actually do want in my life. I'm tired of accepting this type of love or that type of love, or, being told I just should be with someone. I want to actually experience like a divine love type connection with someone. I want to love the work that I'm doing. I want to love the life I'm living. The reason why I'm kind of like, speaking of Ariel, I just pulled one from the Michael deck. Spend more time outdoors. That's Archangel Ariel. And Ariel's all about material manifestation and detoxing in nature. So something's shaking. Something is going on here. But people who have a lighted soul, you've nourished your soul. You haven't tried to play games. You haven't tried to get one over on people. Just being a good person out there, doing your best, working on your spiritual self. You're taking this road over here and saying, I don't know what y'all are doing, but I don't want to be a part of it. You may find that things that you used to tolerate become absolutely intolerable. Disrespect, being disregarded, again, manipulation. You see right through it, and you can't stomach listening to people lie in your face anymore. And that could be in a societal way too, where, there might be something out there saying, oh, this is the way to make money, or this is the way to live your life, or this is how you should want things, or you should look like me, whatever it is. You just can't even, it's not, I wouldn't say that it invokes this energy of disdain, because that's a lower frequency for you. It's just more like not interested, just completely neutral, shutting down, turning away from it. That doesn't match who I am. I'm not doing it, right? So the Michael card that I pulled out, spend more time outdoors. Thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. You know what's very interesting? Just today, I was having a discussion with somebody and we were outside. And the entire time I was like, this is just so nice. And it made me more comfortable to have a more open-hearted conversation without being so guarded. And that's kind of what the Archangel Ariel energy is to help us open up, to let out the things that we have pent up within us. Okay. I'm feeling the root chakra coming in here. I'm sorry about your root chakra. But there's just there's a lot happening there. And I do want to say, this is not fear mongering. Okay. There's already been a lot going on. But when the root chakra is getting stirred up like this, that's safety or lack thereof. Not feeling confident about having the money you need, not feeling confident about having housing. Okay. This could also be things just being out of control around you. People acting out. That's why those other messages were coming up. Because it's saying, turn to the light, be balanced, because we need to have all aspects of ourselves. You don't just want to go running off to the mountains and pretending like the rest of the world doesn't exist. And then you're like, look at me, I'm so enlightened. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. But this is, sending the prayers where the prayers need to go, reserving the energy for you. Be working with your angels of God's purest love and light. If you are triggered by the word God, of the universe's pure love, or, whatever, just make sure you're making that distinction so you're not accidentally calling in some other beings that you don't want to deal with. Embrace a clearing energy. Embrace that, because there's going to be a lot that's trying to get you scared, disgusted, appalled, riled up. Think about how often you sit and ruminate about things, the injustice of it. I am like the biggest person to sit here and scream out about injustice. Like, I really am. But what I realized was that puts me into a victimhood mentality. And it keeps me reliving painful moments that I really should be processing. I want to be careful with the word should, but, instead of cycling around it and reliving it over and over, allowing myself to move out of that, to be happy, to, allow abundance and prosperity and love to flow my way, instead of stopping it at the door because, hey, there's been several times in my life I've experienced pain and I know you're about to bring more. Like, we want to be discerning, of course, but, there's a lot here. I think there's going to be a lot to contend with. There are things happening above and below. And you can see that as good and evil. You can see that as the night sky and the ocean, because it all applies. Make sure you are protecting yourselves. Make sure you're doing your spiritual practice. Don't let your energy field get all gunked up and then sit there and go, why am I broke? Why am I broke? Like, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Just make sure, remember, pyrite is fool's gold. Make sure you're not being fooled by some sort of offer. So be careful for those of you out there who are job hunting. Be discerning. Remember, your intuition's on fire, so pay attention to that. Again, there's a lot going on. We can sit here for 2 hours, but if you want a personal reading, once again, I am, don't forget, giving the 25% discount on both the live readings and off of the standard readings. Live readings, email me at angelsouls444@gmail.com. And if you want to get a standard reading, go to my website, angelsouls444.com. At my website for standard readings, use the code. We almost got through this video. Oh my goodness. Use the code Angel Souls Family 25. You'll get 25% off. We better give up. Okay. I love you guys. Be well. Leave it in the comments. What's going on for you? What's happening? Let's spread that love around and protect each other. Take care.